All right, so the next thing we're gonna go over is RSI. Again, we've got the 2 bar setup. You don't need to use 2 for this though, especially if you're using, just one athlete or a small group. 1 can do just fine. But we've got 2 set up, so that's what we're gonna roll with. So I've got the app, OVR Connect, open as well. So the bars down here are gonna show jump height, RSI, and ground contact time. But because those are small and over there, and I wanna be out of the way of the camera, I'm gonna pull them up on this handy tablet. So what the guys are gonna do is they're gonna step up on this box, step off and drop into the zone here that we've created, try and hit and explode up, okay? So we're gonna read off their RSI, and I'm also gonna be looking at their jump height. RSI is a metric measuring how long you're in the air, so basically your height divided by your ground contact time. So to get a higher score, we're gonna wanna get higher while taking less time to do it. Sounds good. Let's see. All right, so Titus starts off with a 2.54. He got 33.7 inches there. He took 0.337 seconds. All right, so Adam follows it up with a 2.5. He takes a lot less time on the ground, 0.268. So he gets off the ground fast. He doesn't create quite the same jump height at 26.4 inches, but you see there's perhaps a lot more elasticity to his movement. DJ, 193. So DJ took 0.4 seconds, 0.403, and jumped 30.6 inches high. So he got up a little higher, but at the expense of taking a lot more time. 2.89. So Titus came down a little bit on the height at 31.1 inches, but he took less time on the ground at 0.274. And 290, Adam decided he had had enough, and at 0.231, he gets 26 inches off the ground, 26.3. All right, and DJ comes back with a 2.48. So now, I'll have you hold up. So I didn't give him any direction before this, so we just kind of stepped off the box. So we're getting right now 3 different metrics that are each valuable. That RSI, which is kind of contextualizing the effort overall, giving you kind of a mixed metric that's telling you a little bit about their elasticity, that's how quick they can get on and off the ground, and a little bit about their jump height. So now, for this next couple attempts, I want to just see, using this falling action, if we can add more energy into the system just to get higher. So I don't really care about your RSI right now. I don't care about your ground contact. I can still see them on the app, which is awesome, but I just want to see if we can figure out how to get a little higher using this drop-in. All right. A little bit of an awkward jump there. Only a 31.6. We've done a lot of jumping today so far, so. 27.1. So you see, especially with this falling in action, that they tend to, land a little bit further forward. So with that second bar, it's a helpful setup. All right, and 32.3 for DJ. $33.0 for Titus, so a little bit better. Let's see, Adam. Can we get over that 29? Not quite, 27.8. All right, and DJ landed forward of the zone that time. You're gonna see with this, your athletes who are a little more elastic are gonna be able to use this kinetic energy that gets added through that falling action. 33.7. Some of my best jumpers at this have been 25-foot plus long jumpers. 27.9. Let's see it. 31.3. All right, now we're going to switch up the cueing here. Now, we still want to get up off the ground, but we want to be hot off the ground. We want to try and shorten that ground contact, all right? We're going to just try and drive that RSI up, which means you're not going to jump as high as you can. You're going to get up off the ground fast, like a kernel of, popcorn hitting a hot pan. Let's see it. Pop off the ground. All right, 277, a 32-inch jump, 0.296. All right, 0.227 for a 2.86 RSI. We got to be quicker off the ground. 217 RSI with 0.323. That was a 298 RSI, a little over 25 hundredths there. Let's try and be faster, be quick. 294 RSI, 21 hundredths and change off the ground. 2.35. So again, pop off the ground, pop off the ground. Don't load up through the knees, just, there we go. 294, all off the ankles. Still just under 24 100ths. 297 for Adam. Adam and Titus going back to back here. 230 for DJ. So again, we're trying to just spring off the ground through the ankles. Don't load up. Titus is the first over a 3.0 RSI, but still having trouble getting down in those low 0.2s. He's at 0.244. Adam at 295 RSI right behind him. A little faster ground contact times. DJ at 254. So let's see, pop off the ground. 3.21 on the RSI, but I'll hold up here. So Titus, he's getting those higher RSI scores, but they're purely because of the height. He's still having trouble relative to, say, Adam, at getting the ground contact times down. So this mode, being able to see all of these things, your jump height, your RSI, and your ground contact time, you can see what are the specific strengths and weaknesses of both athletes. So Adam is jumping, very uniform to what his standing verticals were, but he's taking very little time to do it. So even though he had lower standing verticals, his RSI is chasing very tight with Titus because he's able to do that in an instant. Whereas Titus, lots of explosive strength, but suffering a little more on the elasticity of just being able to load up and get on and off the ground. So this is a very common thing. We've addressed it with Titus a lot before, where in short area sprints, he excels, broad jumps, verticals, he excels, but over time, as those ground contacts add up, you start to see this weakness creeping in, that the elasticity is the relative weak point. Let's see it. .275, and again, about 21 hundredths and change off the ground. 256 for DJ. Pop. 315, still 0.246 on the ground. 301 for Adam. .254 for DJ, so DJ's score is slowly creeping up. 0.200 for Titus. So again, for Titus specifically here, I wouldn't care as much about his jump height. In fact, I was just about to say, let's try and see if we can just get under 0.2. Who cares about the height for the next few minutes? So this gives us also a way that I can individualize what I'm working on with each person while seeing in context which part is stronger. So this is all in the RSI mode. And again, the OVR Connect app allows me to see all of that easily. If I wasn't hovering over the station, if I just left this to the athletes, and I don't like my kids using cell phones, we've got all this information right here, a big 24.5 inches. So you can even put it in that RSI mode, do something like this depth drop jump, and tell one kid, work on your ground contact time, another kid, work on your RSI, and a third, work on your jump height. And they can each look at their individualized metrics right off the screen there. And one station can facilitate multiple different means and multiple objectives.